on this live. You can share this live on your Instagram, or also you can go to YouTube so that you more people can access to it, because some people do not have Instagram, so they can access it through YouTube, and this will also be beneficial. All right. So before this, I actually had done a project called Project Al-Fatihah. It was a closed session with a few girls, and I we did not finish it, but I feel that more people could have benefited from it, because some of the people who participated told me that they've learned a lot from it. So I feel that maybe if I do it on a bigger platform, not a bigger platform actually, it's just a small platform, but it's an open platform, it's more public, more people can have access to it. Okay, all right. So we will start. Before I start, Riz, are you here? Hi Bushra, assalamu alaikum. So Riz, she was one of the participants of my project Al-Fatihah. And what we did was I explained to them what we, along this 7 days that we're gonna do, Tadabbur on Surah Al-Fatihah. We are going to use our imagination, our physical and whatnot, so that we can feel more the meaning of this kalamullah, of these words of Allah. Okay, so I took out some cue cards. I haven't write anything on it, but I'll be writing on it while we are doing it as well, so that we can follow through together. Okay, so yesterday actually I started with a brief live on the ta'awuz. Ta'awuz is the word a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. So I did a mini tadabbur on that. And if you guys want to check that out, you guys can see my previous live on Instagram. Okay, so today we're going to start with the first verse of Surah Al-Fatihah, which is the infamous Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so I assume we will put an assumption that everyone here know how it is spelled. But even if you don't know, it's okay. We're going to do it together. Okay? So we will start by deconstructing the meaning of the words. Okay? I'm also looking at I need to be also looking at the YouTube part so that people can watch there as well. Okay. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm going to show you with a book. Okay? Okay. This is my books with full of notes as well. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oh, I wrongly. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. All right. So we are going to break it down from the word bismi. Bismi. All right. So I'll be writing it down. Bismi. Okay, you see that? Bismi. I'm not sure how it looks like in the camera. Can you guys read it, or is it like turn around? Bismi, it means be in, ismi, the name. So in the name. Okay, this is the first one. Bismi. Bismillahi. Kita terus buat sharing lah Tak ada warm up dah. Bismillahi. The name of Allah. Bismillahi. In the name of Allah. Second cue card. Ar-Rahman. Okay. Ar-Rahman. The name of Allah. Ar-Rahman. And Last but not least, from the first ayat is Ar-Rahim. So this is what we have commonly here all the way from, kalau if we are Muslims, since we're born, we've always heard it since we were young, and this is also what we use every day, or at least we should be using this every day. Okay, so Bismi, it means the name, in the name of Allah, right? In the name of Allah. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, which means the name, which is Allah, who is the merciful, the most gracious. Okay, so all of this is the direct translation of the word, so that it's easier for people who is not speaking Arabic to understand them. But okay, if you want to go into depths, okay, Allah, when we say about Allah, Allah, He has so many names, kan? We know that He has so many names. He has 99 names, and Allah is one of it. It's very universal wherever we go in the world. If we say Allah, especially in the Islamic world, where we're talking to our Muslim brothers and sisters, we know Allah is the one. Allah is the name of our God, the name of our Creator. Okay. He definitely have other names as well, which is attributed to his attributes. And I need to put my notes here so that I don't keep looking down. Okay. So this is a universal. So this is also a reminder for us when we say Bismillah, because whenever we want to do something, it should remind us that this, we are doing something because of Allah. For example, even if I'm starting to watch this live, if I want to share something on my platform, if I want to share something on my WhatsApp, okay, if you guys want to share anything on your WhatsApp, if you guys want to do anything basically, so we need to start our day with Bismillah. Okay, so and then we will go with Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. This is my favorite part of all, because when I found out about this, my heart was filled with awe, because I did not know that this was how deep the meaning Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim means. Ar-Rahman, okay, Ar-Rahman, we know that it means the most gracious, right? The most gracious. But in Arabic, okay, so this is what we did in my class as well before this. Ar-Rahman, if you see the word Ar-Rahman, this is how it is spelled, right? So this small alif here is, if you write it, it becomes Ar-Rahman like this. I am writing dengan tak cantik right now, tak cepat, I think. Okay, so this Ar-Rahman is this Ar-Rahman is equivalent to this Ar-Rahman. If you can see the difference, is because that this is a small alif, this is a big alif. Okay, we'll call that. Makes it easier to describe it. Okay, so in Arabic, when there is such alif nun at the back, because the root word of Ar-Rahman is from this. I'll write it down for you guys. Don't worry. Ar-Rahman. Okay. Here. Ra, ha, mim. Do you guys need me to write it down? I'll write it down in the chat if you guys need me. I think it will be more useful, because Assalamualaikum Shafika. How are you? Okay, so you guys saw that I wrote that Ar-Rahmu. So that is the root word of the word Ar-Rahman. Okay, so Ar-Rahmu, it means mercy. Mercy. But when you add the alif nun at the back, in Arabic it means apa, intensely merciful. Intensely, like with the depth. He is very, very, very merciful. Not in terms of I mean, like, not generally merciful. Like, we can be merciful to other people, right? But Allah, He is intensely merciful. Okay, kan contoh kalau if you are in pain, for example, the doctor will ask you, are you in pain 1 to 10? How painful is that you are feeling the pain? If 1 is like very minimum, 10 is like intensely painful, right? So this is how I want to like exhibit to you guys what that means by when we say Allah is intensely merciful. Okay, and then we go to the next word. Wow, I love these cue cards. I should do this more often. Okay, now we go to the word Ar-Rahim. Okay, Ar-Rahim. Do you guys want to know what it means? Tell me. And meanwhile, share it with people so that you know. Okay, just now we talked about Ar-Rahman. We add alif nun at the back of the word. So now, the same word, the same word Ar-Rahmu, we will add ya in between. Okay, in between ha and mim, we will add ya, which becomes this, Ar-Rahim. Assalamualaikum, my surah. Okay. So in Arabic, when you add ya in between, then it will usually, for example, okay, for example, this word jamalun, it means beautiful. But when you add ya in between mim and lam, it becomes jamil. Jamilun. When it becomes jamilun, it means that it is very beautiful, but not very beautiful as in apa macam tadi was like intensely merciful, like very deep. But this one, it means Rahim means he is continually merciful. So if you can imagine that, because this is Allah's attribute, Allah's what we know as Allah's punya sifat, his characteristic, he is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So Allah is telling us here that he is not only he is the God, the creator for us, but he is also Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. He is intensely merciful and he is continually merciful. As a human being, sometimes we cannot afford to be both of this, right? We can be very nice to someone, can be merciful to someone, but sometimes we do not have that ability to be continually merciful and intensely merciful. Meaning, intensely meaning he is very, very I can draw on this. Okay, I'll have to look here. He can be very Astaghfirullahaladzim. Okay, I'm having fun on this. Are you guys having fun? Do you guys understand what I'm talking? Okay. So, he can be intensely merciful, sangat dalam, in depth. But he is not only intensely merciful, he is also continually merciful. Do you get my analogy here? Yeah. So when that is so, it is the most beautiful thing ever, because Allah is reminding us in whatever we do, can we always say Bismillah or Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So it's a constant reminder for us. Whatever we do, whatever uh, good or bad that we do, even though we might not, we might be sinning at that time, but Allah say, I am Ar-Rahman, I am Ar-Rahim, never lose hope. Never lose hope in me, because if we go back to Him, He will be very merciful to us. Whatever you can bring a whole lot of sin behind you, but if you go back to Allah, however much you have sinned before and you actually regretted it, then inshallah Allah will have mercy on you. Okay, so Allah's name is full of blessing. Just by remembering Him, He will remember us, because Allah said that in the Quran even, because He wants us to always remember Him. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it at all. He doesn't need us to remember Him as someone. Sorry, not someone. He doesn't need us to remember Him, but we as a makhluk, as a creation, we have to show that we are His creation. You know, if we won't be here without Him. So we are just showing our shukr and alhamd. So that one. So yeah. So what's important when I am telling you all this meaning of Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah that is intensely merciful and continually merciful. I'm telling you this because I want you to imagine each time that you read this in your solat or even in your daily life. This is something that we need to imagine. Imagine what Allah's favor on us, what blessing He has given us, and then how much of love He has given us. Sometimes kita tak perasan all that. We don't realize that. But it's because we get it so easily. I was the other day, uh, when I was tested positive corona a few weeks ago, and I lost my sense of smell. I could not smell, and it was, in short, horrible, because okay, you imagine you have always been eating, like ada selera makan, you have the desire to eat, and then just one day suddenly you don't feel the desire to eat. You see all this food in front of you, but you could not eat, you know, because it's not because you cannot eat, as in you cannot eat physically. I can, but I did not have the desire to eat it, even though I actually love it. Okay, it was my favorite food. But I was just like, the sense of smell has gone. So when it's gone, it is something that that is among the blessings that we sometimes take for granted. We thought that this is something just a normal thing. Oh, anyone can eat, but in reality, um, people who don't have that, that is a blessing that's been taken away from them, or that is their ujian, their test on them, you know. So when you are saying the word Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, the next time I want you to imagine all the blessings that Allah has given you, because He is intensely merciful. He is continually merciful. And even when we sleep, even when we, for example, if you have been if you know someone that is, because right now the biggest thing that we can all relate is of the corona right now. So if you know anyone who is experiencing that, who is positive and who has it very bad, very severe, you should know that they are in big test, you know, because when I experienced, that was a very small, um a tiny test. Like, I just lost my smell and the desire to eat, and that's all. But other people, they had difficulty to breathe. They have a lot of things, and it impacts their physical, not only their physical, but when it affects your physical, it can also affect your mental, your spiritual. So keep on thinking, even if you're tested by Allah with that, you have to keep on thinking there are so many other blessings that He have given you. He is still giving you life, and it means that He wants you to continue doing and strengthening your emotions, your spiritual, your physical. So do that. Always remember the blessings that He have given you when whenever you're saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For those who just come in, thank you so much. If you guys want to watch it later, you guys can just like replay it. I also have it on my YouTube channel. I'm streaming it on my YouTube as well at FatinQuran. And so, last but not least, I want to remind like everyone to like, if you feel whenever you say Bismillah, you feel the confidence that you have because you are doing what you are doing in the name of Allah. You're doing because He allowed you to. So if you can't say Bismillah before you do something, you know what is wrong, right? But if you know that if it's right, then by all means continue and be confident with what you're doing. And that is it for today. So tomorrow we will be doing the second. Oh, that is my favorite as well. All the ayat in Surah Al-Fatihah, by the way, is my favorite because yes, it's a short surah, but it's my favorite because it's actually so much. If you want me to explain more, I can explain more. I can go on and on and on, but it's like would be never ending. So we will stop here for the first ayat, and tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. We will continue for the verse 2. Okay, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. And see you guys tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. For those who missed it, you guys can watch the replay. And we're gonna do every day like this, just for a short while. And yeah, catch up with us soon. And Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so now I will be end the stream on YouTube as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Assalamu.